Hello everyone, back in another video. This is a continuation of what we left off on Thursday. We're expecting price to move right up from where we closed at 1 p.m. to expand up, but we also created a scenario where we're expecting that we are bullish overall. Higher time frame, you can look far as the daily, you'd see that we have been very bullish and we've not broken any structures to the downside. And right there, we're looking at this level as being the last main price range that we've had a run on. And we were expecting levels of our OTE to hold, which didn't. But we also raised the fact that if we don't create an expansion below these levels, an expansion basically means an expansion red candle. This is an expansion red candle, so a bearish candle this big or close to it, moving below this level, closing below this level, then we'll expect that we are bearish. But seeing that that hasn't happened and we did a week, we would expect that what price is bullish. So if you watch the previous video, you'd see that analysis there and what we were predicting should happen. We did not get that move up there, but instead we moved lower. And since we moved lower, I was expecting, okay, are we going to expand this or are we going to leave this week? Luckily for us, that week was left. So that helped us to know that truly we are still bullish. And all price did in this entire rundown is to sweep these lows. Sweeping that low is interesting because if you look at this, this is a 1 hour fair value gap. Price created that expansion right there up, came back into the 1 hour fair value gap, moved off, and created that high. And all we've done is come back to that same 1 hour fair value gap. Difference now is we've dug into it a bit more. We still have this entire point. But should we come back there, then most definitely it's not going to hold and we're going to just fall through. But I don't think that's going to happen. That shouldn't happen, especially with what we've created here. So we moved all the way back down, swept that liquidity, created an expansion up, came back to test that level again, and then created this expansion. This to me validates that now we are in the distribution phase and nothing else should be happening. Follow through for Sunday upon, I would expect us to either gap up in price or dig into this fair value gap a bit, possibly on these levels where we have the breaker right there on the 1 hour, the highest candle right there. So we'll possibly come back into this as the bullish breaker and move up from there. So those are like the two scenarios that I'm looking at for Sunday open stroke Monday morning. So this happened overnight on Thursday when we opened, and at about 3 a.m. Friday morning we moved up. And this was interesting because if you look down to our execution time frame, which is the 15 minutes, you see how after sweeping that liquidity, we created an expansion, leaving a bullish fair value gap. And that bullish fair value gap is what price used right there to create a continuation up. Came back to retest the other block. Just going to take this out. This other block right there. And an even further expansion. And that'll be all. See you next week.